Hello friends, my name is Harsh. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about the React lifecycle of components. Each component in React.js is having the lifecycle which we can monitor and manipulate during its three main phases. The first is mounting, second is updating and third is unmounting. And friends, today we are going to discuss about the mounting. तो शुरू करते हैं. Mounting जो है, it means putting the elements into the DOM. So whenever we are putting some elements inside the document object model, this lifecycle is going to get triggered. And this lifecycle is having four important methods: constructor, getDerivedStateFromProps, render और componentDidMount. जैसा कि हम लोग जानते हैं दोस्तों, कंस्ट्रक्टर जो है उसमें हम लोग जो भी इनिशियल वैल्यू है उसमें सेट करते हैं. getDerivedStateFromProps है, इस मेथड के अंदर जब भी आपको स्टेट की वैल्यू चेंज करना होगा प्रॉप से, तो हम लोग इसको यूज़ कर सकते हैं. एंड दिस इज़ गोइंग टू गेट्स कॉल्ड बिफोर रेंडरिंग एलिमेंट इनटू द डोम. तो डोम में जैसे ही हमारा डेटा रेंडर होने वाला होगा उसके पहले ये कॉल होगा. रेंडर मेथड जो है वो रेंडर करने के लिए यूज़ होता है ब्राउज़र पे. एंड कंपोनेंट डिड माउंट जो है, एक बार हमारा कंपोनेंट रेंडर हो गया उसके बाद ये लाइफ साइकिल जो है वो कॉल होगा. तो फ्रेंड्स शुरू करते हैं. आई एम जस्ट क्रिएटिंग अ फाइल कॉल्ड employees.js. Inside the employee.js, I'm just going to create a class. So first I'm just importing the React from the React library. So I'm just using this, and then I'm just creating a class called employee, and this class extends react.component, and inside this I'm just using the constructor method. Inside the constructor I will use the props, so I am just saying props, and then inside this I'm just using the super. We have already discussed about it in the previous session. And then I'm just saying this dot state, and inside the state I'm just setting an object in which I'm just setting my name, which is Harsh. So friends, यहाँ पर मैंने एक स्टेट डिफाइन किया जिसमें नेम जो होगा वो हर्ष होगा. And once I have defined the object, now the next thing is I want to render it, so I can just use the render method, and inside the render method I can just use the return, and then I'm just creating a div inside it. Inside the div I'm using the h1, and here I'm saying my name is, using the expression this dot state dot name. So I'm just displaying the name here. Now if you have seen here, I have used two methods, constructor and render, and now I'm just exporting this so that I can import in other places. So I'm just writing the export default, and the name is employee. So this is exported now. So in the app.js I want to use it, so I will import it here. So import employee from, I can just give the path employee. So friends, I have just created the employee.js in which I have used the constructor, and I have used the render which we are using for rendering the data. And then I have just exported it, and in the app.js I'm just exporting this, I'm just importing it, and then I just want to call this. So here I'm just calling this employee, and now I'm just going into the browser, and you can see I'm getting my name is Harsh. So whatever I have defined in the state, I have defined the Harsh inside the state, you can see here, and I'm just getting it into the browser. So this is how we can use the constructor and render method. Now let's discuss about the getDerivedStateFromProps and componentDidMount. So friends, as I said, this is going to get executed before rendering in the DOM. So let me use this. So in the employee.js here, I'm just saying static this method, and in this method I will pass two parameters, props and state, which will return. So I just want to make the changes in my state. So the name is Harsh, but now I want something else from the props. So what I will do is I will write here name colon props dot name. So friends, here it means I'm just setting the name which is coming from the props. So instead of this Harsh, whatever I'm passing into the props as an attribute, I'm just assigning to the state. So I'm going into the app.js in the employee, and here I will write name is equal to. So I'm just putting name, let's say Aryan, and I'm going into the browser. And friends, you can see here now I'm getting my name is Aryan. So instead of getting my name is Harsh, now I'm getting my name is Aryan, because this is going to get triggered. This method is going to get executed before rendering the element into the DOM. And if you can see, my name was Harsh, but now it is Aryan. So this is how we can use this method. Now let's discuss about the another method which is called componentDidMount. So let's say I'm using componentDidMount, and inside this method I'm using the setTimeout function, and in this setTimeout function I'm just using the arrow function, and inside this I am saying this dot set state. We already know, whenever you want to make the changes in the state, we can use this method called set state. And inside the set state I am just passing an object, and I am saying name is Ramesh. So I have just defined the name is Ramesh, and I want to call this after 5 seconds. So I'm just saying 5000 milliseconds. So friends, this componentDidMount method is going to get triggered after 5 seconds, in which I am just changing the value of the state. So instead of name Harsh, it will print the name Ramesh. So let me go into the browser, and I am just refreshing it. So you can see I am getting my name is Harsh, but after 5 seconds you can see my name is Ramesh. So guys, this is how we use the componentDidMount, and you have already seen it कि जैसा ही मेरा component जो है render हुआ, उसके 5 seconds के बाद जो है ये componentDidMount मेथड जो है वो कॉल हुआ. तो इस तरह से दोस्तों हम लोग जो 3 फेसेस हैं, जिसके अंदर पहला जो फेस है माउंटिंग, उसको यूज़ कर सकते हैं. और माउंटिंग के अंदर जो 4 इंपॉर्टेंट मेथड्स थे वो सभी हम लोगों ने देखे कि कंस्ट्रक्टर जो था उसको कैसे यूज़ करते हैं, componentDidMount, रेंडर, और हम लोगों ने getDerivedStateFromProps वो भी यूज़ किया. सो इस तरह से दोस्तों वी कैन यूज़ द माउंटिंग inside the life cycle of components. So hope you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.